So I just went 20-0 in Foot Champs, and I'm going to be showing you guys the tactics I think you should be using for Team of the Season Weekend League. If you're tired of coming up against teams like this, you can get some foot coins through MMO EXP using the link down below. You can also use code JambooUK for 5% off. So guys, I'm going to be showing you my full tactics. I went 20-0 this weekend. I streamed all the games live here on YouTube. I'm going to be doing it with themed teams every week during Team of the Season as well. So if you are new to the channel, subscribe and you can watch me hit 20-0s with full Team of the Season squads. It's going to be fun. Let's try and hit 200 likes on this video. If you're watching and it does have less, do me a solid. Hit the like button. But you guys are here for the tactics. So as you can see, I used a full trophy Titan team, and we do have three midfielders, as you may have noticed. So the formations we're going to be using sort of do cater to that. I think the meta at the moment is a mixture of either a 3-4-2-1 or a 4-3-2-1. So I'm going to be showing you guys the full tactics now. Let's get into it. Okay, so the formation that I was starting games in is the 4-3-2-1. And as you can see here, you know, nothing too crazy going on. It's pretty balanced, you know, a low depth and width. We've got direct passing, which is just standard at this point. If you don't know what it does, basically you push your opponent's back line deeper in order to have more space in and around their box. 55 on the attacking width, 6 players in the box. And that is how I lined it up in game. That Essien is fantastic, by the way. I recommend checking him out. To be honest, I really liked the whole team. I think the worst player by far was Casillas. An absolute clown in goal on this game. I can't even lie. He was terrible. But other than that, the whole team turned up. Dalglish, a little bit of a letdown as well. But for the instructions, as you can see here, I had stay central and get in behind on the left forward. I actually had nothing on the striker, which wasn't even intentional. As far as I was aware, I had get in behind and stay central, but apparently I didn't, so let's keep it real. Apparently I didn't have that. However, I would recommend having those on, stay central and get in behind. As you can see, on the right forward, we do have getting behind, but we have come back on defence. And this is me setting the team up to defend in a 4-4-2. That is the thing, you can do this. So you have come back on defence on one of the forwards. And then whichever centre mid is on his side, you put him on cover centre. You have cover centre and stay back on the middle centre mid. And then cover wing on the other. So what's going to happen is you're going to have your two strikers up front here when defending. You're going to have Dalglish, who's going to be a right mid. Gerrard's going to be a left mid. And then you've got your two centre mid. So that is how you defend in a 4-4-2 using this formation. I had balanced and overlap on both of my fullbacks. And this worked super well. Obviously, Lahm and Roberto Carlos, both fun attacking fullbacks. And it worked super well. But this 4-3-2-1 is an absolute joke going forward. I had so many people in my chat on YouTube just telling me to upload these tactics because the things they were seeing on the pitch, they wanted to replicate as well. So that is what I started my games in. If I was ever just fancying a change or wanted to go a little bit more defensive, we did set up in this 3-1-4-2. That is the formation, right? Yeah, 3-1-4-2. And that is the sort of three-back that has the CDM. It is a weird formation. So you can see the tactics on screen there. That is what we used. And that is how this looks like in-game. I switched Essien into a centre-back and then had Lahm in the middle. I think Lahm's just too small and not physical to be playing as a centre-back. But you can see there, this formation's actually great because you can defend in a 5-back with the right tactics or instructions. And you also attack with numbers as well. And you have a CDM, which is really nice. So this is how you get this formation to tick. Getting behind on the strikers. We had balance cover centre on the centre mids, stay back while attacking and cover centre on the CDM, and then come back on defence and stay wide on that left and right mid. So you're going to defend in a 5 at the back, but attack, you know, with at least 4 players as well at all times, which is just super OP. These 3-back formations, with the way the instructions work on the wide players, it is just so overpowered this year. It really is. So that is that one. It's just a bit more defensive. You know, if I wanted to switch to that sort of 5-back, I could do so. If I was ever, a goal or two behind in a game, which barely happened this weekend at all, we actually just stormed through it, to be honest. Then we did have this 4-3-1-2 where we went a bit more aggressive. So you can see I've got 70 depth, press after possession loss, which is a bit questionable at this point. After the patches, they've made these pressing tactics, drain the stamina pretty hard, but it's still very viable. You're going to get 3 goals off of the press after possession loss, or at least 3 chances. And your opponent just won't be able to breathe when you're playing a setup like this. We've got the fast build-up, forward runs, whip on 50, 6 players in the box, and then 4 and 4. Not that that really matters because I don't cross the ball in anyway. But this is how we lined it up in game. You've got Essien as sort of that defensive-minded player. This is the same as the 4-3-2-1 in terms of you're going to have the attacking fullbacks and the 2 strikers, or I guess an attacking trio. Obviously in the 4-3-2-1 you've got the left and right forward. With this it's more of a diamond. But you can see we've got getting behind, we've got stay forward on the cam. I just left all the midfielders on default and it seemed to just work really well. And then we've just got balanced and overlap on the wing backs, and that worked super well. Like I say, very similar to the 4-3-2-1 that we've just looked at in terms of the instructions. But this was just a nice change. It's more the press after possession loss that changes things than the actual formation. But it's just something a little bit different if I needed to switch to something more attacking. And then finally, I don't think we had to use this all weekend, maybe once, but this is my all-out tactic where basically if I'm, a goal or 2 behind with not much time to go and I need to just throw everything at it, this is what I will use. So it is a 3-4-2-1. And let me tell you now, the options you get in this setup are disgusting. Like, there's a good chance you're going to concede goals, but in terms of the attacking, it is insane. So constant pressure, 100 depth, fast build up, forward runs. I should probably put that to 10 as well, but I don't want the centre backs going forward. That is how I line it up. So you've got the sort of wing backs pushed more forward to left and right midfielders. You've got the 3 attackers. But the way the instructions work on this, just everybody except the centre-backs fly forward. You're going to have so many options in attack that it is physically impossible for your opponent to defend it. The only downside is obviously if they somehow work their way out of the press, you are going to struggle with getting counter-attacked. But we have getting behind and stay forward. We have just getting behind on the left and right mid. Balanced on the centre mids. If you want to be really, really rogue, you can play on get forward, but it doesn't really matter. If I'm with constant pressure, your players don't stick to a system anyway. They all just sort of fly forward and then stay back while attacking on the centre backs. But guys, those are my full custom tactics that we've just gone 20-0 with. Like I say, I'm going to be streaming every weekend with these themed teams, hitting 20-0s. Subscribe so you don't miss it. I'd really appreciate it. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and peace.